And ordered in the show. We are super excited to offer you the 2 containers. There are 45 servings per container for a total of 90. Now, we have an auto delivery. If you choose, you can get 4 shipments in 1 year every 90 days. And this is 1 scoop is a serving.
1 scoop.
And we also have the developer of said product called Ancient Nutrition. Someone's mic is up. I think Jesse's mic is up. Okay. Now, this is Ancient Nutrition Multi-Collagen Protein, 90 servings. And according to the SPINS data, Ancient Nutrition was the #1 selling protein supplement and meal replacement brand in U.S. dollars for the last 24 weeks, ending in 3/23/25. That's impressive.
That is, and we are so blessed not only to be selling to hundreds of thousands of people over the last 9 years, but nearly 50,000 right here on QVC since August.
This man is Jordan Rubin, and he is the developer of Ancient Nutrition. Now, extra collagen as we age is designed to do what?
It is designed to replace what we've lost and give you 5 major benefits. We're talking about joint health, skin health, healthy hair, digestion, and elimination, which are 2 different things and very important for all of us.
Everybody has their issues with elimination. This, and don't say you don't. This is very important. Multi-collagen protein. Now, this is a sugar-free product, yes?
It is a sugar-free product.
It is also non-GMO.
Correct.
This is easy to add to a cool or a hot beverage, or to a pancake batter.
Yes.
Or to a muffin batter.
Absolutely.
Or to yogurt.
Yes.
Whatever you love, however you want to deliver it. Now, we have only 2 choices remaining with over 31,000 ordered, 32,000 for the day. I'm sorry, 32,000, even more. All right, so 32. We have the 2 containers of vanilla for a 90 total servings, 45 in each can.
Yep.
Only about 1,000 of these remain. 8,000. And then in the unflavored, 1,400 remaining out of the 16,000 we started the day with. Now, sir, you're starting with just 1 serving, and it's only 67 cents per serving.
It is, but I'm going to do something better. I'm doing 2, and here's why.
Oh.
What I tell people, David, if you are going to make, let's just say this is a Greek yogurt for the 2 servings, right? I'm going to go ahead and mix 1 scoop per person, and if you would maybe get a tea or coffee going with 1 or 2 scoops. And I'm going to explain how easy it is to start hitting not only your protein goals, but your collagen goals.
Now, this is the unflavored. 1 scoop of the unflavored. Put it in your hot beverage. Now, it's important to let it dissolve first and then stir it.
Few seconds, yes, let's do that.
So we'll take 1 scoop and we'll add it to this hot tea. And once it falls beneath the surface of the liquid, we'll give it a little stir.
Absolutely, and people are trying to get more protein in their diets. A lot of health experts are saying as much as 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. But David, we had a caller earlier and we've had people say, my appetite's less, I'm on a calorie-restricted diet, I don't have time to cook. How do I get 120, 150, 200 grams of protein? Well, right here, 1 scoop gives you 10, 2 scoops gives you 20. We've got Greek yogurt with 2 scoops, and it's 36.
Sir, so let me try the unflavored and see if I taste it. It just tastes like hot tea.
Just a little silkier.
But it's loaded with protein and collagen.
Loaded. Normally, tea and coffee have 0 grams of protein, but now 10 or 20, depending on how much you use. David, I make this for my wife every morning, and when she goes out of town and doesn't have her collagen, she forgets to bring it, she says her coffee tastes funny because she enjoys it so much.
It's missing. Now, if you're making any kind of breakfast bar, you have a chocolate peanut butter bar here.
Yes, I do.
And you made this with the unflavored, is that right, or with vanilla?
I believe vanilla.
Oh, vanilla. Okay.
And what you can do if you were on a low sugar diet, David, there are no grams of sugar, 0 grams of sugar in this vanilla. You can actually replace your creamer. You can replace a sweetener. 0 grams of sugar, 35 calories. And if you want to make pancakes, as David mentioned, or maybe it's waffles, or maybe it's muffins, maybe it's cupcakes, maybe it's meatloaf, you want to measure out 1 scoop per serving. So if you're going to make a serving for 6 or a recipe for 6, you can have 10 grams of protein in anything.
So 1,200 have been ordered in this program, and 1,200 remain in the unflavored down here. You're getting both containers because there's 45 servings in each.
Yes.
for a total of 90. Now, if you go with auto delivery, you can keep a good thing coming and lock in.
Yes, you can. Best price in the world.
I mean, this is an unbelievable price. Since you first made, I wrote this down. Since you first made this available in the August 24 debut.
Correct.
Over 45,000 Ancient Nutrition containers have been sold on QVC. Wow.
And that number's climbed in the last hour to
well,
closer to
I mean,
50.
hello, right? So now you're talking about another 33,000 in this for the day. 33,000 for the day, just today.
It's amazing.
This is wild stuff. We had a variety pack earlier today, and it sold out. So that leaves us only with the set of 2 vanilla or the set of 2 unflavored. However, the set of 2 unflavored, very limited.
Yes.
Well, we have now less than 1,200 of those to go around for the rest of the day. Now, if you decide that you want to keep a good thing coming, you can do auto delivery. This is only 67 cents per serving. One of the best prices you're going to find anywhere on Ancient Nutrition. Why? Tell us again why this is so important for us as we age.
Well, collagen is missing in our diet. We used to consume it in the form of bone broths, or if you would consume the skin of animals, like, you know, chicken skin,
Sure.
or gnaw the bones like grandma used to do, but we don't do that anymore. And because of that, we are missing the most abundant protein in our body, which helps us build our joints, our hair, our skin, helps our digestion and elimination. It is a part, collagen that is, of all of those areas of the body. 18 different amino acids make up collagen. Collagen is important for your muscles, your bones, your joints. It's important even for your arteries and veins because their flexibility depends on it. Think about this, David. When we don't get enough collagen, we get stiff. When we get stiff, we get inflexible. When we get inflexible, we can't dance at our grandchild's wedding. We can't play pickleball. Or you wake up in the morning
and you snap, crackle, and pop when you get out of bed because you're so tense and tight and not flexible, right? This is why it's so important that you add the collagen to your diet, and this is one of the best ways to do it. And it's the best value for Ancient Nutrition we've ever offered.
Ever.
Ever. This, since you brought this to us in August of 24.
Correct.
Now, this has been bared out by the fact that over 33,000 sets have been ordered just today.
It's amazing.
Since midnight last night when you and Jane kicked this off. This is why so many of you are anxious to pick up yours and get involved with auto delivery. When you get involved with auto delivery, you lock in the best value we've ever offered.
Yes.
Ever.
Yes. And by the way, David, this is a family affair. I have 6 children. I have a son who plays college football. I have a daughter who's competitive in football, flag football, and basketball. I'm building their collagen stores when they're young, but I also have a mom who's 75. She takes 2 scoops a day. She dances. This is critical for all ages, and that's why some people, David, are saying they're on auto delivery and they're buying an extra set. I can tell you at home, I always make sure I have 4 or 5 because we use it so quickly and it's so versatile.
Tell us again about a regular serving for a regular person in a regular day.
1 serving a day gets you multiple sources of collagen. This is the only collagen on the market that has a clinically studied key ingredient, and it has 4 food sources of collagen, plus vitamin C, plus probiotics. Multiple products in one, 5 amazing benefits. We talked about joint health, skin health, hair health, digestion, and elimination. I've been using this all day to,
well, I mean, it's just a fact of life.
Elimination.
Everybody has a different means to hasten elimination along.
Yes.
For me, it's usually an extra cup of coffee in the morning. This is why you need real science-based help with all these kinds of things. And extra protein and collagen in your diet will provide all these things.
It will.
This is why Ancient Nutrition becomes so important, and it's the best value we've ever offered. Supports healthy digestive function and promotes healthy elimination. Now that, if that were all it did,
correct,
I'd be in.
Because about half of American adults need that.
Yes, but it does more than that.
It does. And I think when someone comes up to me or someone calls just today and says, I'm 75, I'm 82, I can do this now, I can jump up and down, I can walk up steps without creaking.
I can sip my tea and it doesn't taste any different. This is the unflavored.
That's amazing. So if you're a tea drinker, a coffee drinker, we had orange juice this morning, David. You can mix it right in there. We've got salad dressing with the unflavored.
Can you mix it in a smoothie?
Absolutely. There's a smoothie.
How about,
And David, you can freeze it and you can bake with it, so you can use it in anything. How about meatloaf? How about bolognese? It is so easy to get your multi-collagen protein. You will be amazed at how simple it is to boost your protein. And by the way, David, I've been making a challenge on some of these programs. I believe multi-collagen protein is an internal beauty product, a makeover, if you will. So if you're going to get started, I want to encourage you, start with your scoop, maybe add a second scoop, take a photo, take a selfie. And in 3 weeks, David, if you're consistent, I bet you're going to see improvements in your face. You know why? We can apply collagen to our skin and we'll get milligrams.
Right.
1 scoop of multi-collagen protein is 10,000 milligrams. A gram is 10,000 milligrams.
It's bathing your insides with the good stuff. You're bathing your inside with all that protein and collagen.
Absolutely.
And that's why it's going to manifest itself in so many different positive ways.
Yes.
This is why it's so important. If you wake up in the morning and you snap, crackle, and pop when you get out of bed, you know what I'm talking about. And you look in the mirror and you look haggard and old. And you're not haggard and old, but you look that way. This is going to help you with all those things. And we have 2 flavors remaining. We have the set of 2 vanilla. Now it's a very mild vanilla, not overshadowing any of the other components. And then we have unflavored. If you are sensitive to flavor, we have only 800 left in the unflavored for the rest of the day. Now, if you want to lock in auto delivery, you can lock in the best value we've ever offered at $59.98, and most people are.
Yes.
Now, you said also that we could buy another set and we could increase?
I would absolutely do it. So my co-founder, Dr. Josh Axe, and I, we wrote a book called Multi-Collagen Makeover. And David, we tell people who have been devoid of collagen, you haven't been drinking bone broth, you haven't been eating chicken skin,
right?
You forgot what grandma taught you, take 2 to 3 scoops a day. Again, look at the ability to do it in your yogurt, in your bars. There's collagen protein bars, coffee, tea. Most people, David, are drinking a few cups of coffee as it is.
Well,
and you can put 2 in 1, and you won't even taste any different. And
I believe this is coffee, yes?
It is, and I want to show you something.
This is unflavored. This is 1 serving.
So let it sit for a minute. I want you to watch this. So this is literally doing the work for you. It is dissolving in the coffee. You know why it's dissolving? Because it's soluble. Do you remember back when we were kids and people would be in the hospital for a tonsillectomy or whatever, and the first 2 things they eat are Jell-O and they drink broth because they contain collagen. That's the only common denominator. They're so gentle on your body because they're soluble. This is soluble nutrition. It's highly absorbable, and that's why people feel results so quickly.
Now, the color of the coffee did not change. So this is going to dissolve completely.
Absolutely.
Mixes completely into the coffee. Let's see if it changes the flavor, because this is unflavored
Black
ancient
coffee.
nutrition.
Yep.
Yes. All I taste is coffee. But what I'm bathing my insides with is all that collagen.
Yes, 10 grams of protein in your coffee versus 0 in a traditional coffee.
And how many of us drink 2 and 3 cups? Me.
So many.
In the morning, 2 or 3 cups of coffee.
If you just added 1 scoop to each cup or mug of coffee, it would change your life.
Even if you add 1 scoop, which is just 1 serving per day, you're still going to see differences.
You will. And for years, I have written many books where I gave an elaborate chicken soup recipe, a bone broth recipe, 24 hours, a big mess. And later, I started drinking bone broth from a frozen bag, $24 a day. $24 a day, I needed it for a knee injury. We're talking about 10 seconds and 67 cents to get all of those
67 cents
benefits.
per serving, and you get all the benefits that Jordan was paying more for in all the things that you're doing. You're also a New York Times bestselling author.
Yes.
You're someone that has really spent time researching this and understanding it and writing about it and sharing your knowledge. This is so very important. Now, is there an age limit with ancient nutrition?
There is not. And in fact, David, I often say if every preschool all the way to assisted living required a shot of a collagen-rich drink or a food, people would be so much better off. There's not a person who couldn't benefit from joint health, skin health, healthy hair, digestion, and elimination.
And better elimination. Now, if you want the unflavored, we have how many left? 400. That is all we have left for the day. And then we have the set of 2 vanilla. Now, you get 45 servings per container.
Correct.
For a total of 90.
Yes.
This is a 90-day supply, and auto delivery delivers every 90 days for 1 year. 4 shipments a year.
Consistency is the key.
Yeah.
I've seen that time and time again. When I tell people to make that 24-hour bone broth, I get very little takers. Multi-collagen protein is so
he says
simple.
compliance is the key.
Compliance is the key.
Because if you do anything regularly, you're going to see
Absolutely.